Hello, Dr. Chip here again. I do a lot of things to try to improve and maintain my health. I'm on no medications. I don't go to see a doctor. Well, okay, I had to go to get a pre-op physical when I tore my meniscus about 3 or 4 years ago when I had knee surgery. And everything was fine. He didn't even want to do an EKG because he said if you play 2 hours of soccer on a Sunday in hot Florida weather, your heart's fine. Well, one of the things that I do is I supplement with magnesium. There are even books written on it. Books like The Magnesium Miracle by Carolyn Dean, MD. Oh, and another one, Transdermal Magnesium. Carolyn Dean says, discover the missing link to total health, lower the risk of heart disease, prevent stroke and obesity, treat diabetes, improve mood and memory. Wow, magnesium can do all of that? Well, I know it lowers blood pressure. I know it calms people down. I have someone I know recently had high blood pressure during pregnancy, and they were put on IV magnesium. They were given the pills at first, but then that caused a lot of stomach cramps and problems, which the wrong type of magnesium can, just to lower blood pressure. So magnesium has a lot of beneficial properties. And I have a water softener to protect the pipes in our house, so there's no magnesium coming in the house, so there's no magnesium gets on my skin when I take a shower. The water we drink is alkaline. It's right from the spring. It's not a well that's drilled like all the Nestle companies, like Zephyrils and the one over in Italy that's so popular that I can't think of. And that's Mountain Valley. That's the water that the president drinks. And although it's alkaline and a very good spring water, and it's from the United States, it unfortunately doesn't have much magnesium. I tried Gerolsteiner once from the mountains in Germany, only they make it into a seltzer water. They carbonate it, and I think that's for the taste. When I was in Virginia, I could tell the difference in spring water when it was a week old. In Virginia, there was a spring that I could just go to and take my 6-gallon carboy and fill it up. It was, I think it was around 10-15 miles from me. But there were people coming from Washington, D.C., especially from restaurants, just to get the free spring water. And they would bring, I don't know, a minivan, fill with about 8 or 10 6-gallon carboys to take back. So I think when somebody carbonates the water like Gerolsteiner for the taste, and they don't sell it still, S-T-I-L-L-E, or uncarbonated, that might be because it's old. And this Mountain Valley water is pretty good without being carbonated. But it doesn't have the magnesium, which gets me back to what do I do to get my magnesium? And how do I know I have enough? Well, the magnesium that they have in the hospitals does cause cramp and diarrhea very quickly. I tried to prescribe it a couple times to my patients, but they didn't have the type of magnesium I know gets absorbed well. They had magnesium sulfate, I think, which by pill causes diarrhea pretty quickly, I believe. At least that's what the pharmacist said at the hospital, who cautioned me against giving it to patients. So I don't take that type of magnesium. I found through my research that magnesium glycinate, which is 2 glycine molecules attached to 1 magnesium, gets absorbed very quickly and doesn't cause the stomach cramps and the diarrhea. And I take it every day, one a day, sometimes two. And the reason I take more is because of cramps. I get leg cramps. I play soccer hard. I get dehydrated. I don't like to drink water all day long. And I notice that if I supplement with enough magnesium, I don't get leg cramps. And since I'm not drinking water all day long, I don't have to pee all day long either. I can go as a surgeon pretty easily 8 to 12 hours without peeing all day, because I stay a little bit dehydrated. But I take the magnesium, and so I don't get the cramps. I also supplement with a topical spray. There's a brand called Life Flow in Florida that I haven't had a chance to vet yet, but I've used it too. And the downside to the topical spray is you got to use, I believe, a lot of it. I haven't read through the entire transdermal magnesium therapy book, but if I were to do that, and maybe I would be more appreciative of the transdermal technique. Our skin does absorb magnesium probably better than our gut does. Certainly better than magnesium sulfate or magnesium chloride. Magnesium glycinate, in my experience, gets absorbed pretty well. Magnesium lowers the blood pressure. It has a very, very calming effect. For anybody that's constipated, it will help a little bit. It may cause diarrhea if it's overdone, but then you can use the transdermal stuff and the spray, and it won't give you diarrhea. So magnesium is something I think we all should supplement with. There's a lot of high blood pressure in the United States. We'll talk about the cause of high blood pressure in another talk on stress. But there's a lot of high blood pressure in the United States, and magnesium helps with that. It helps with heart palpitations. It has a very calming effect. It helps with constipation. And according to Carolyn Dean, improves mood and memory, prevents stroke and obesity, treats diabetes, lowers the risk of heart disease. So the way I take my magnesium, I might spray it on my legs where I get cramps. It gets absorbed right through the skin, right into the muscle below. That's how blood supply goes to and from the skin. It comes from the muscle below, if there's a muscle underneath it. So you just spray it and rub it in, and then don't get it in your eyes. Don't get it on a clean shaven face because it'll sting. And I'll do about, I don't know, 4 or 6 sprays on each calf, and then rub it into my hamstrings too. But the way I take it by mouth every day, I take this capsule of magnesium glycinate, and I open up into some kefir. It's flavored kefir from Dancing Goat Dairy. Raw goat milk kefir, full fat, and I don't taste it. I don't like to swallow pills. I don't like the glycerin feeling in my stomach. I don't know, it just doesn't feel good. And you can I just break the capsule apart and put it in here. I get my magnesium glycinate from Nature's Food Patch, which is a local health food / grocery store. And once I started taking magnesium, and then every once in a while I would stop and get a leg cramp in the middle of the night, I learned, take it every day and I don't get leg cramps. And I believe my health is improved as well from books I've read, like The Magnesium Miracle by Carolyn Dean, MD. So I would encourage you to at least look into magnesium, And if you're going to supplement with magnesium, make sure it's magnesium glycinate, Glycinate. That's the one that's absorbed best, so you won't get the side effects of diarrhea, and you'll get the maximum benefits. Or use the spray on your skin. Just make sure you spray enough. And how will you know? The pharmacist that where I work says you have to check a magnesium level, but I monitor it personally by seeing if I get leg cramps or not. And if I don't get leg cramps, I'm probably supplementing pretty well. Because I've been on and off magnesium, sometimes I forget to take it and then I get the cramps, so I know that it's helping. With that, if you don't have a spring water that you're drinking that has magnesium, then get yourself the magnesium at the store. Take it by mouth or spray, and you'll be calmer, according to the book, and you'll be healthier, and your memory will be better. See you next time.